Welcome to Rebuild Prime Time, the fastest 5 minutes in Rebuild. I just caught up on week 10 and preview week 11. So let's look at what happened in week 10. First, your recap. Easy work, making easy work of the champs are here. The live squad, a 30-point win over the defending champion, dropping him to 4-6. Not so good. Skeldelphians, a big win over Team Jamad, but it was a close game, but it was an important win for their playoff hopes. The big one this week, the primetime match of the week, John Hurt comes out against Josh, a 25-point win, sweeps the season series from Josh and pulls within one game for the New Testament Division League. Very impressive. I was able to put the high score of the week in my win over Team Royer. So looking at your standings, Brandon and I are tied for the top spot atop the Old Testament division. Brandon did beat me, so he is still in first place, but Brandon and I got a game coming up in just a few weeks. Philadelphians, one game behind us at 6-4. The defending champion drops to 4-6. He is officially 2 games out of playoff position with just 4 to play. Not so good when it comes to getting, 5 to play. 2 games back with 5 to play. Only 4 teams are making the playoffs this year. Could this be the first year Grant misses them? I don't know. Team Royer sitting at 3-7. Bull City Ballers still lead the way at 7-3, but this will hurt. Makes his move to 6-4. Live Squad also moves to 6-4. Hot on his tail. Team Jamad and Champs are here, kind of falling out of it at 2-8. Your power rankings got changes at the top, no change in the back. Easy Work and myself moved up over the Bull City Ballers after Josh loses and we both win. This Will Hurt moves up to 4, flip spots with Philadelphians. James drops down to 5. PC hangs in at 6, and no changes 7-10. It is exactly as the records are. Grant, then Team Royer, then Team Jamad, then Champs are here. So, special guest joining us today, my good friend Josh Allen. That's right, I grew up in upstate New York. Buffalo Bills still. I hear a lot about the Buffaloes from my friends and my relatives. Josh Allen joins the show today. Josh, nice to have you. Josh wants to break down some of the different what he's seeing in the league this year. And he wants to start with the teams that have been strong all season long. He's really liking the look of the Bull City Ballers, who are 7-3 and leading the league in scoring. Easy Work, leaders of the old division, Testament division, since the first week of the season. These two teams are basically where Josh lost in week 1, so he wasn't leading in week 1. But look, these two teams have been strong from the jump to now. Good work, boys. Way to keep it up. Teams trending up. The Philadelphians have won 5 of their last 6 games to get themselves very much in playoff contention. They were at 1-3 early on. They have now moved into a tie at 6-4 for the final playoff position. And my team, coming on hot, won 5 straight. Just took Grant bad-mouthing my team a little bit to get us into shape. Trust the process here, Grant. Trust the process, my man. Teams that have been up and down this year. Look at some of the streakiness from both the live squad and This Will Hurt. PC, win-win, loss-loss, win-win, loss-loss, win-win. I hope he doesn't go loss-loss because that's not going to help his playoff hopes. This Will Hurt, win-win-win, loss-loss-loss, win-win, loss-win. Some streakiness in these two teams. Josh Allen, not sure what to make of these two teams. Both sit in solid playoff position right now, both at 6-4, tied for that final playoff spot at this moment. Certainly can still make a move. We just said John beat Josh this week, so he's still very much in play in this division. Maybe next year, that's right. Team Roy or Team Jamad, champs are here, now looking good. Only 4 teams making the playoff. These teams are 3 and 4 games out of the playoffs with just 5 to play. Not looking good for these squadrons right here. Maybe next year, but if you'll notice, we missing a team. We are missing your defending champion. Are we counting pancakes? I'm not sure what has happened this year. This team has never missed the playoffs in the history of this league. They are now 4-6, 2 full games out of the playoff race, and they're dropping games to these good teams. Look, Grant still has games in front of him of teams that are in the playoff race right now, but he's going to start winning some of these games like rapidly. We need like a 4 or 5 game winning streak to make these playoffs. So let's see what our defending champ can do. But Josh Allen's not sure what is happening with these boys. Let's look at it in week 11, shall we? Look at right here. Are we counting pancakes? A chance to get back in this one right here, taking on division leader Brandon. Grant won the first game these two played back in week 2. Can he do it again? If so, he climbs closer to a playoff spot. Brandon, currently a 22-point favorite in this game. The Bull City Ballers take on Team Jamad. Josh has already beaten the season. This game, in spite of the different record, is a 139 game on ESPN. We'll see how that works out. This Will Hurt taking on Team Royer again. John looks to be a big favorite record-wise, but they've only got him as a 10-point favorite. John did win the week 2 game between these two teams. And finally, champs are here taking on my sorry squadron. I lost to Mike in week 2, but look, I've come back. I've got 5 straight wins under my belt. ESPN has me as a big favorite in this game. Hopefully I can carry this thing forward, keep winning some football games. But we have 1 game left. Prime time League week. Look at this one. That's right. James Tolliver taking on Pastor Chuck Reed. Woo. Both teams sitting at 6-4. One of these teams will continue to be at worst tied for the final playoff spot. One of these teams will very likely be a game out of the playoffs after this week is over. PC was able to lock down the win between these two teams in week 2, 143 to 105. However, James, one of the hottest teams in the league, I told us earlier, he's won 5 of 6. And the only game he lost in those 6, he scored 168 points and managed to lose. James has been on fire recently. PC had 190 points back in week 4. His high score since is only 133. PC's kind of fallen a little bit here recently. And I told you, streaky so far. 2 wins, 2 losses, 2 wins, 2 losses. We are due for a losing streak. Can he break that trend? Can he break out of the mode here and get back in the thing? Current line has Pastor Chuck's a 14-point favorite. When I was looking at this game, I was originally thinking James, but my crystal ball told me I'm going to pick Pastor Chuck. I'm pretty sure Joe Burrow. I just have this premonition that he might hurt his wrist or something, and it's gonna, James has him starting, so it might go wrong. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to predict stuff, and I don't even know. So I'm gonna go with PC in this one. But man, James has been hot a firecracker right now. Good luck to all you guys this week. I hope you really have a great week, and I will talk to you next week with the full update.